Take two, the internet didn't work. So I'm back and I've been away for 10 days, completely disconnected from Wi-Fi, technology, phone, laptop, work, and it's a great thing to do. Highly recommend. It's a great experiment in seeing how your mind works, your creativity flows in a different way, how your energy responds in a different way when it's given the time and space for the magic to emerge. So it feels like I've been in a retreat space and a living space, and it's just been great and really fulfilling. So I didn't think I was going to come on today because I felt like I should land and get back into the groove, but I just feel really ready to share and on fire. And I talk about refining your energy. So it's just disconnected, so I'm going to just like backtrack slightly. So refining your energy, to me, is about simplifying the way that your energy works, how your ability to express yourself works, your ability to ground, and your ability to process information and events happening in your life. If you don't have a set of tools or processes that help you deal with those kinds of events or just life in general, then it can get kind of clunky and difficult and reactive and confusing and drama-full and painful. So for me, refining your energy is finding a way to sort through the amount of energy, experiences and reactions that you've built up over a lifetime. So stuff that happened to us when we were a child can be still repeating itself. Like the other day I found that a physical process in my body was stuck in some place from when I was 17 and, you know, like was holding on to some pattern from when I was 17 years old, and it's been going on in my unconscious, in my body, like an automatic thing. So luckily I have the tools that could go into that and go, oh my God, that's really interesting that there's part of me that's stuck when I was 17. So for me to have figured that out means that I can start refining my processes. I can start talking to the parts in my body that have been stuck in that way. And it means that I can overcome obstacles. So refining your energy to me, so let's say you have a pepper grinder and it's not working properly. So all the peppercorns, they are representative of like big chunky wounds, big chunky experiences, ways that you block life to flow through you, ways that you protect yourself from love, ways that you build fortresses around you. It's all these big chunky survival mechanisms, protective mechanisms, reactive mechanisms, wounded mechanisms, the guilt, the shame, all these things that block like just pure life to flow through you or expression to flow through you. All those are in the peppercorn, but the mill is not working. So you're getting either big chunks or nothing at all. And that's not what you want. So when you refine your energy, you are refining the mill, the part of you that can process all those chunky experiences so that you can live in more flow and more abundance and more love. So for me, the mill is, in my own story, the mill is all the tools that I've built up over my like life as an awakened person, to process these experiences. So aura transformation, that is a huge like boom, like step into refining all those chunky things that are in your experience. Working with kinesiology means you can pinpoint like why is that thing stuck and not processing, or what part of my mill is broken that doesn't allow a refinement of my experience. So it's always the first part of that journey when you start milling all of your backed up stuff. I think there comes a point where you're like, enough is enough, I can't live like this anymore, or I'm fed up of being reactive, or I'm fed up of bringing into my life people that reflect that amount of chunky stuff that they've held on to. So I feel that there comes a point where you decide, like, I have to start refining my emotions or refining my way of processing stuff. So for me, the mill is finding tools that work for you, is working with people that know how to mill down, who know how to refine down, or to what's the word I'm thinking about? You know, to create a rock into a powder. That's what you need for energy to start moving through you. You need to be able to break experiences down. I'm getting excited, so I have to put my nose. So for me, refining my energy has meant a huge simplification of my experience and a readiness and an awareness to jump into difficult situations with knowing full well that I'm tooled up, that if something difficult happens, I know how to to work with it. Not necessarily fix it, but to really sense and feel, oh, what is this big chunky thing I've been holding on to? What is this thing that's been blocking my expression or my movement or my joy? What is that? And looking at it tenderly and being like, okay, wow. So how can I unstuck this, or how can I unlodge it so that it can become like a free floating object in my system and be loved into a new form or into a new experience for myself. And for me, the peppercorn mill is just a way, it's just a simple way of explaining that I start to mill, I start to break up the big chunky stuff that's holding me in an uncomfortable place. And tools, people that can help you. There's so many of us that can help you find ways that work for you. Because like one way works for me might not work for you. And it's just I think it's an important step in our evolution to simplify and to unload and revitalize how energy and life flows through us. Because we walk through the streets and we're seeing people that are so laden and so heavy and so upset and in so much pain that I know for a fact that I was in a state myself years ago, but over time I have found ways of unloading and feeling really vital in my body. And I think that's all I wanted to say today, is learning to refine your energy, to sort through energies. Is this mine? Is this theirs? Where did this come from? How can I move forward without carrying this weight in my body or on my back? And it's just, for me, the most exciting and the most hopeful I could express myself, that there is hope, that you don't have to carry your pain in that way, that we are able to evolve beyond recognition, and that we can create a world around us that we are proud of, and that we can feel joy in and be revitalized by, whether it's in our friendships or in our families or in our communities. So I'm back and I'm excited to carry on with my 90-day challenge. I had a little break, but it was the best thing I could have done. And I'll carry on weekdays. And Oda will be interviewing me for part 2, but we haven't decided on the date exactly, at some point coming up soon. And if you want to find out more about aura transformation or doing kinesiology, we can do it online. Or if you have like a goal or a plan or a money goal or a relationship goal or a weight goal, some kind of goal that you want to get to, but for some reason there's all this stuff holding you back, like there's like heaviness, or that something's holding, an invisible force feels like it's holding you back. It might be your subconscious, your unconscious, your ancestral, your karmic. It could be any number of things, and we can help you identify what those are and get you walking towards your goal to make them happen. And the success and the results that I'm seeing with people is just like, it's quantum leaps. It's not just like little baby steps. So I'm super excited to hear from you, and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of love.